Weatherman is back, y'all, and honestly, I wasn't fully prepared for the shit. I don't have no gear, but it's all good. My 2-year-old son said, Daddy, I got you, so he hooked me up with some of his shit. So hold on, we gotta get ready properly for this shit. He even let me borrow his rain boots. I don't think that's gonna work out. His heart was in the right place, though. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Hip Hop Data. We got an album review today. We're gonna talk about the brand new album that just fucking dropped from one of my favorite artists, who's also part of one of my favorite groups, who's doing his thing. He's finally back. The rain is dropping, and everybody better get out the fucking way, because Weatherman is back. This motherfucker's back. He dropped the new shit. We gonna talk about it, rain or shine. It don't fucking matter what the forecast say. We talking about this shit today. Talking about the new album from Evidence entitled Whether or Not. Whether or not, what does the not mean? Like, it's always gonna be whether, Ev. I mean, or maybe not as like there's never, we gonna die? For those who don't know, Evidence is a rapper slash producer out of the West Coast. He's 1/3 of the group Dilated Peoples, who I'm a big fan of, and I've been following his career for a long fucking time. And this is his, I think, 3rd official solo album. It's the official follow-up to his album Cats and Dogs that he dropped back in 2011, which Woolly Reviews wasn't around at that time, y'all. But if it was, it'd be Granddad approved, because the shit was fucking fire. But now we got a chance to talk about this motherfucker, and it's, I think, what, he's dropped a lot of stuff with rhyme series. He's been with rhyme series. He's dropped, like, what, Cats and Dogs, and then he did Step Brothers with Alchemist, and then he did Dilated People's last album. So he's been working with rhyme series, and it seems to be working out real fucking well. So now let's see if Whether or Not is the final part of this Weatherman series that he's talking about, that's gonna give us a good forecast, and it's gonna take us to the perfect storm, or if it's gonna be a natural disaster, and we're gonna have to call FEMA, and we're gonna have to get new houses, and everybody's gonna be fucking sad as fuck, because Evidence fucked up everything. Let's talk about the shit. And when I first popped in this album and I tuned into the production, which I have to say on this album is fucking fantastic. Evidence always gets these dope, crazy bangers on his albums. He's got this like real traditional style with it, but it's got this gritty, like dark West Coast vibe to it as well. And it just works out really well for his really just low-key, slow flow that he does. But if you've listened to Evidence projects or anything Evidence has been tied to in the past, you know that he always brings the goddamn beats. And he, like I said, he's a producer himself, so he's got a lot of production credits on here, but he's also got Alchemist on here, which is his stepbrother. Not his real stepbrother, but I mean, you know what the fuck I'm trying to say. But Alchemist is on here bringing some bangers. Twiz the Beat Pro, Sam I Am, Budgie's up on this motherfucker. DJ Premier's got a beat on this motherfucker. Who else got a beat on this motherfucker? Everybody, did I forget somebody? I probably did, because you know how I be forgetting shit, and I forget it, and I don't like to forget it, but I'm gonna forget it, and I'm trying to buy time while I'm looking, y'all. Just give me a second. Alchemist, Twiz, Knots Raw. How can I forget Knots Raw? What the fuck is wrong? And DJ Babu too. Okay, so it's just all them. Is that it? Is that it? Because I'm fucking up right now, and I'm sorry I'm fucking up. We good. Okay, so those are all the producers on there, and they all come through with some bangers, y'all. Every beat on this album I fucking love. It was not a beat on here that I said that shit's trash. I was like, yo, I want to rhyme on this shit, but it's too fucking late because they already did it. Fuck, nigga. Remix? No, never mind. But point is this, beats are fire, and it works well for Evidence. His cadence, his flow, his style, it just fits perfectly. It's got those two good contrasts with the gritty beats and his laid back slow flow, and it just works. And when it comes to Evidence himself, you know Evidence is dope on the mic. Evidence is one of them rappers that like doesn't say how dope he is, but he knows how dope he is. That's how Evidence is, and on here it's the same thing. He's got great wordplay, a few dope punchline bars, some good storytelling. Everything on here just works out well, and he's got great features that come along with them. I mean, he's got Alchemist on here with a crazy verse. Like, I was like, damn, Alchemist, you spitting like that now. You getting a little bit better today. I mean, he wasn't whack before, but like Alchemist is stepping it up. He also got Rhapsody on here. You know I love her. I love her. You got Styles P up on this motherfucker. He also got Crisis on here doing some singing nigga shit. Let me just get the list, because you know I'll be fucking up already. I'm gonna make sure I don't forget nobody. Who else on there? Slug's on here. Katero's on here. Who else up on this? Defara, of course. Crondine, aka Tobias Wells. Shout out to Black Lightning. I see you, Crondine, getting that paper. Okay, what else? Where the fuck? Mac Homie. What else? Who else up on this motherfucker? John Wayne, Rocka. And is that it? Did I forget somebody? Because you know I'm trying not to, but I will, and I won't, and I can't, but I try not to, and I didn't do it. Good God. So those are the fucking features, and everybody on here comes through and kills it. I love all the features on here. Evidence is working with people who he's worked with in the past, and they got that great chemistry, like Alchemist and Crondine, and you know, Slug's on here again. He was on his last album. He comes through with a great verse. I like John Wayne's verse. John Wayne fucking killed it. Styles P and Rhapsody came through with a great verse. verses. Pretty much everybody came through and did their damn thing, and they fit perfectly well on the songs that they were on, and I got really no issues with it. I mean, there's great lines here, especially from Evidence. Evidence got bars all over this fucking thing. Like on the opening track, The Factory, this motherfucker's got a crazy line. He's like, I got bars like I'm separating groceries. I celebrate globally, you celebrate locally, like shit. And then he's got another fucking line that makes you just want to just like think about it, like on the song Raindrops, where he says, keys open door, but the doors are off their hinges. Like, well, what's the fucking point of the key? But that's the fucking dope line. It just makes you think. And that's what fucking Ev does. He gives these cool one-liners that just makes you think, rewind, and it just makes you reflect. And he's got really good moments on here. He's got personal moments on here. He's got things on here that he just talks about with his life, as well as just how he feels about the game and just his position in the game. And Evidence just gives him him. He just likes to talk about himself. It feels like he's just expressing himself, saying what he wants to say. He's not doing it for anybody but himself, and just the result of it is always fucking fire. So I love what Evidence did on here. I love what the features did on here. Everything on here was fucking dope. The only thing that I would say is like a slight drawback with the album. It's not even a drawback, because it's like, it's more so something that didn't need to be on the album, but because it doesn't add to it, but it also doesn't take away to it, but it could have been without it and I would have been fine, which is the little interlude by Katero called Moving Too Fast, because Ev isn't rapping on it. It's like him just like singing, but it's like an interlude, but I just don't think it's like really necessary to be there. It's a 16-track album, and I think if we just would have took that out, we would have had a good solid fit in. I mean, it wouldn't really took away from the album here nor there, but it's cool that it's there. I don't mind it. I can listen to it. I'm just saying that's the only part that I would be like, it really didn't need to be there, but everything else in this fucking album needs to be there. Don't need to be nowhere fucking else, because it's fire. Now, you know I'm gonna give you my top 5 tracks, y'all, and I'm gonna just say it right now, I can't do that shit. Ain't no fucking way, because every song on here is fire. I tried, y'all. Every time I thought I had a top 5 locked down, a song came out and snuck its ass out of nowhere and decided to want to be a favorite. So like, fuck, I'm just gonna say some shit about every song I love. Top 16, fitting, because Carol, fuck it, I'll throw that in there too. Everything on this album is fire. But I will just say this, like, songs I really, really like. The Factory. Beat is crazy. Twiz the Beat Pro, you fucking killed that beat. And that's got my line. It's got the fucking grocery line right there. I mean, that's just crazy. Powder Cocaine with Slug and Katero. The beat Alchemist gave on that shit is so goddamn, oh my God, oh fuck. And like, I don't do cocaine, y'all, but shit, it made me think about it for a second. Not really, I'm just, it's fire though, it's fucking dope. And then, and I mean, I can't even, whether or not the title track by DJ Babu, like, fuck, nigga, Runners with Defari, come on, Bad Publicity with Grandad, shit. Raindrops, that fucking beat. Twiz the Beat Pro, I mean, he had 2 of my favorite beats on it. He fucking killed it. That fucking Raindrops. Sell Me This Pen with Alchemist saying like, yo, he'll turn his hands, like his knuckles. I don't know the line. He was like, yo, I'll turn my hand into a knuckle sandwich and put it to your face. Some shit. He was killing it. Fucking Alchemist, y'all. So I swear to God. I mean, why he do that to you? What else? Love Is a Funny Thing with Styles P, Rhapsody, and Chrysler, where they're like, yo, if I wasn't fucking dope and successful, would you still love me? I can't relate to that yet, but like, I will, and I will be like, yo, but it's fucking dope. It's fucking dope. 10,000 Hours with Primo. Come on now, like, fuck. The song with fucking, to make a long story longer, with fucking like John Wayne, where Evidence is pretty much talking about his come up, and he just got his great wordplay, and John Wayne comes in with a crazy fucking verse where he talks about how he spent 5 years making bullshit and he finally made it and shit. And then the ending track, the closeout, By My Side 2, where he talks about how his girl had cancer, she had breast cancer, and he had to be there with her throughout the whole process, and his experience with that, which I can resonate with, because I know people who have had cancer who have survived as well as died, so I can know what he's talking about with that shit. And then he also talks about just how having a son has changed his life. I'm same way with me, yo. Like, I mean, I resonated so much with this song. And I also found out that Evidence's son was born 3 days before my son. So they're like the same age. That's pretty dope. So I'm just throwing this out there. Catch it if you want to. Playdate, is that weird? I'm not, I mean, I can bring him over there. I mean, like, it's only a 5-hour flight, and like, nigga, the reason really, okay, look, I just need freedom, and he needs friends. It's a win-win for me, nigga. I'm just saying, just think about it. Just fucking think about it. But this is a dope fucking album. I can spend all day just talking about how much I love all these songs. It would be a fucking hour-long review, but I mean, we ain't got that kind of time. But basically, Evidence knocked it out of the park. He gave us another great album. I don't know where he goes from here, but I know it's gonna be fire, so it don't fucking really matter. But I just know that I enjoyed the whole Weatherman series, from Weatherman LP all the way up to now, and everything he's just done has just been on point. And this album is gonna be literally, it's already in the top 15, y'all. It's already January, but he already got himself a spot, and it ain't going nowhere. I don't give a fuck who drops what. This motherfucker solidified a spot already, clinched, motherfucker, because it's so goddamn dope. And like, F, you killed it. You killed it. Goddamn, you killed it. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Evidence, whether or not, is a fantastic album and the first great album of 2018 with great production, great rhymes, and just great songs all together. All I'm saying is that beats are fire, as always with Evidence's projects. The rhymes are on point, wordplay crazy, good storytelling, great features. Everything on here comes together well. Evidence is killing it. I had the ugly face with the fucking beats, and I mean, everything is just on point. I love the concepts that he's got with the whole weather aspect. He does a lot of great sampling with the whether or not theme on here that works out really well. He's even got this little interlude going on through the album that I forgot to mention, where this lady keeps calling him, talking about picking up some Mackie speakers that he has, and he's not picking them up apparently, and like, it's progressively, she's getting more annoyed throughout the album, you can tell, slow key. And the next call's gonna be like, look, motherfucker, I done called you so many times. Pick up these fucking speakers, or I'm gonna come to your house and throw them through your goddamn window. Fuck. Call me back. But basically, he's fucking just not picking the shit up, and like, I wanna know, that's like a cliffhanger. Did you ever pick up the speakers ever, or is they still over at her fucking place and she's just mad about it? I don't fucking know. Point is this, there's so many good things about this goddamn album. I love it. I want to listen to it again. I'm going to listen to it right now because it's fucking dope. And Evidence, you just fucking killed it. So all I got to say is that for me, Evidence, whether or not, is 100% Granddad approved. Go buy this album. Don't fucking just stream it. No, go buy this shit. Go on iTunes, go to a store, cop this fucking album. He deserves all the goddamn money for this shit because he killed it. It's been so long since we got an Evidence album. I'm not counting the collab shit. I'm talking about a solo Evidence album, and it was well worth the wait, and I cannot wait to see what he does next. But right now, this shit's my life right now, and it's just fucking dope. But I got nothing more to say. Evidence, whether or not, is Granddad approved. So go listen to the shit right now in the rain. Flip it. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Evidence, whether or not, if you've heard it. If you have not heard it, you are fucking up. Go listen to this album right now because it is so goddamn good. I ain't going to say shit else. You will be pleasantly surprised when you hit the play button and you just let that shit go. Previous videos on the side was my latest single. Check that out. Show us some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen. Button below. Woolly Reviews twice a week, as well as the Gameplays, Gaming channel, Twitch channel. Add all that shit. Patreon, show some support. CDK Studies is going to be coming back soon. I don't know when, but it's coming back. I got to finish that out, as well as Let's Talk About the Shit, the new series. Check that shit out. All that shit's below. Watch it all and just get you some good Granddad in your system after you listen to this shit, though. This is priority, then me, okay? But I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, Granddaughter, Evidence, whether or not, I'm just going to listen to it right now. Matter of fact, you know what? I don't give a fuck how much bad luck I get. I'm going to need this, because the weatherman is back, goddammit. I'm out of here.